Call this regular session board of the Perry Township Board of Trustees to order. First order of business, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have two meeting minutes to approve. One is I move to adopt the court recorder's transcript of August 20th, 2025 special session as the official minutes for that meeting. I so move. Second. Vote?
Yes.
Yes. I move to approve the regular session minutes from September the 3rd, 2025.
Second.
Vote? Yes.
Yes.
Frank County,
I'm just happy to be here.
and we are happy that you are here.
I'm sorry, I missed a couple in between the end of August and beginning of September, but
It's okay.
happy to be back.
We're keeping record of that.
Good, yeah, mark that down. Just don't let the sheriff know. We will be introducing some new crisis canines here within this next year, so. That's kind of the big public relations thing going on right now, so. So other than that, that's pretty much it from us. Just trying to keep Franklin County a great place to live, work, and play.
And you're doing a fine job of it.
Thank you.
Brookside.
As mentioned previously, I did post the special meeting notice in our Facebook group. There is a, all block party being, scheduled. Did you already get that date? October 10th?
Yep, Friday.
It's being held at the school, on the school grounds. And that's it.
Worthington Hills.
Told pre-cycle day, I'm supposed to say that, pre-cycle day is scheduled for this Saturday, September the 20th, sponsored by the Civic Association and the Girl Scout troops and all the wonderful folks that are involved in that. I also believe that they're engaged with Volunteers of America or something, leftovers or something, but I think it's been pushed out. And I think we're gonna talk a little bit later on in the road department about safe routes to schools, things starting this week, so. That's about it.
Okay, Epcot Rebel.
Ravello is getting a new street light. We connected them with AEP. The pole down there at their entrance, Epcon got one through AEP, kind of brighten up that area or that entrance because it is kind of down in the gully, so to speak. And I think Ravello is even more so dark and it's got some trees out, growth out. So already been identified. We just have to identify the street light account. I think we may end up having to set one up. We're working with them on that.
Hey, I got a question for you. AP.
Yeah.
Transmission line. Can we put that on the agenda just so we, because I've had like 3 or 4 people stop by or text me and I'm like,
I'm talking about,
yeah, just an update. And not that if there's things to share, but I think a lot of people are.
yeah, I mean, the latest on that was, got a call early last week from AEP indicating that they were looking at some alternative options. The week kind of progressed, there were more people involved and hired in the organization at AEP. And so I got a quick recap on Saturday that they have been looking at opportunities. They weren't what they told me I couldn't share, but one of the things I will say that the residents have asked for is that the lines to be in ground versus overhead. Doesn't preclude the fact that they'll have to have some sort of easement. But the challenges is about structure. There's some ADA considerations in this whole mix of 16 directly impacted residents. So we will probably get some word this week from AEP what those alternatives are and see if that kind of starts to hit the mark as far as satisfying the residents there. Not sure that the Delaware and Liberty Township residents are happy because they did move the line further north. So but that's Liberty Township, they'll have to deal with it, so.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Anything else on public comment? Zoning,
Well, we got an update on Riverside. I got a phone call from Gil Mathias. And it seems that Andrew, he's trying to guide Andrew into developing that property. So wait to see what he comes up with. I have a resolution to declare 1366 Oakmore Drive a nuisance property.
That's what we talked about last week, your last meeting.
Yes.
I move to declare 1366 Oakmore Drive a nuisance.
Second,
Vote, yes.
Yes.
can I ask, how quickly do you think we can get a contractor on site for that? I know there's
Well-
four trees to be addressed and a bunch of stuff in the back, it's so tall.
She has worked on the back a little bit. I went up early this morning
Okay.
and she has done some work. However, the trees are going to be a huge problem. I believe for her to do because she's wanting to save the tree out front.
Is it dead?
So-
I mean, what is it?
Well, there's a big hole outside where she said it was infested with ants and last year she had treated it. But the damage is already done. Now that she's cut everything away from it, you can see where it's probably about a third of the trunk, about 6 feet up is kind of hauled in and rotted.
How big's the tree?
What is that, about 50 feet?
Always a-
And it's got one huge branch, the largest branch of it hangs over Oakmore.
Most of it hangs toward Oakmore.
So, yeah, so the majority of the weight of the tree is hanging over Oakmore. And the rot is on the south side of the tree. And it actually leans a little bit to the north, right?
Yeah. It's
But
got
there's-
big cracks starting. If you drive by, you can see it easily from the road.
What about the other trees?
There's small trees, maybe 20 feet. There's two out back that are probably 30, 35 that are they're just twigs, they're brown, just dead trees. But the overgrowth back there, like I say, she has made some progress on it. However, I do believe the tree, she has not called me back. I sent her, forwarded her another email. She emailed me. I sent her one back, telling her that at this meeting, if she wanted to be here, then I would be asking for a motion to declare the nuisance. So tomorrow, I will mail a register letter to her. And then I have a 10-day waiting period before, so she has 10 days in which to hire an arborist or someone to come out and look at the tree and determine its health and the other trees and get rid of them.
Do they have to notify you within that 10-day period?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to notify us.
Otherwise, we'll go find someone.
Right, after 10 days is up, then I'll.
Yeah.
And I think, we have a
Columbus tree.
Columbus tree that's gonna be doing our trees.
The 10th.
Yeah, so I believe, that once the 10-day period's up, if she hasn't responded. Move forward.
Okay. Anything else under zoning?
Any updates on the RV?
I will be taking a notice out tomorrow and, I'll give them 20 days to have it going or we'll get it going for it.
Great.
Road department,
Under old business, construction updates, the sidewalk project is set to start in Worthington Hills. Looks like Wednesday, no parking signs went up. This morning, working at no parking on that from the school up to Club View from 9/17 through to 24. All the utilities were called in, so it does look like they are gonna start there. The road improvement project, talked to Mark last week. Says they're still about 2 weeks out, but Decker did call in the utilities to have it all remarked today. So I'm kind of hoping they're gonna show up a little earlier than that 2 weeks. But once Mark lets me know, we'll get another notice out to the residents. But that's going to start. Restart. Then under new business, I would, like the board's approval to contract the city of Columbus for, snow and ice removal services. This is, we maintain 2.3 miles of their road. They pay $1,000 per lane or per mile of the roads of each per year. So to be, $2,377, reimbursed to us for our services.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second vote,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you. That's all I have. Oh, I do have one more thing.
It's not on the list, Ian.
No, Bachelor of something is on or something.
Just real quick, the Compass traffic study invoicing. Becky put that on the road department, the whole thing. Is that all coming out of the road department's budget?
Yes. Yes.
You have
What that?
a comment?
No,
Okay.
no. I,
Were you anticipating that?
no, I wasn't. Not the whole thing.
Why wouldn't it be the road
I
department?
mean, the traffic calming, but I think the study of 161 and the traffic light.
How much was that part of that?
You recall?
I do not recall that.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I might be able to find it.
Let's put a hold on that. I get your point.
Yeah, I just saw it
The
on,
traffic calming should be in the road department. That's a given,
no, I get
but
that.
I understand about the study.
So let me tell you how much that portion was and
Yeah.
we can put it on the agenda for next meeting to see if that's something.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, are we holding up payment?
No.
Before we
No.
decide, but we can move that money.
Correct.
If we decide.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay. Yeah, I don't, yeah.
I'll send it to
I
you
don't
in
want them
email
waiting
before
on that.
then, but no, they're not waiting. We've,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
good point. Thank you.
fire and EMS,
For the month of August, Upper Arlington Fire had 7 calls for service in Perry Township. 2 of those were in Epcot, and also have Worthington for August. There were 28 calls for service through Worthington Fire in Perry Township.
Okay.
Only other thing I'd add under, police is I stopped over today and, the administrator and I worked on the final language, I think, for the chief and the lieutenant for their, raises and compensation and vehicle, that kind of stuff, and we're gonna vote on that next meeting. Pretty straightforward language.
So can we back up to the fire? How do you want to catch the board up in our conversation about the fire contracts? Obviously, we have a couple new developments coming on. They're gonna need fire and EMS service, blah, blah, blah. So,
the conversation, let me know if I've missed something. The conversation thus far has been, I guess, questions from Upper Arlington as to whether they can continue to support the addition of houses at the current rate. So we were doing some further research into the volume of calls and the, based on the current levies that we collect. If you recall, we have levies that we do not collect. And then I think you, Chad, we're going to set up a meeting, follow-up meeting.
we're gonna follow-up meeting with UA, because we knew that some point in time, they're gonna be probably built out first quarter of 26. A home or two that'll start to be occupied, so we're gonna need that amended map as well as amended text language
Right.
in the contract, but we want to make sure that what they generate obviously covers them going forward, but there'll be some time before they start generating tax dollars for that.
So what we had talked about, and I know we've got the data, I just haven't had a chance to dig through it yet, is the, how many calls we actually, additional calls we've generated
I
based off of
keep in
the.
mind, I could see them almost a simplistic way to do it is just making up numbers. They cover 100 properties, say, and we're adding 10, it should go up 10%. But so many of the Arlington calls come from, EPCON. Because of the, it's 55 and older, same with Ravello. I don't think these homes are gonna impact, I mean,
They actually told us they will impact them more.
That's what they said.
what is that?
They couldn't say why.
They couldn't say why, and I don't think.
Because they want more money.
They want more. That's what I think.
Everything that we collect in terms of private levies, we pay out. We don't keep any sort of reserve on that.
Right.
And we already know based off of the number of houses, how much they get paid per house. So if we look at what they've increased, I mean, the thought is, to your point with the math, is if we know how much they were now collecting based off of the addition of that fellow, then we project how much additional they would get paid off of those new properties and go from there based on, and how much they're paying, how much we're paying, I'm sorry, per call for those properties.
But I just think the disproportionate comes out of Redcon and Ravello.
You would think.
Yes,
That'd be easy to track that.
it is.
We know, we already have the data, as
Yeah,
I
we already have
just said.
You want,
The only question I would ask Michelle is, in the interim, before we actually, because if they build those houses, we're a year out before we generate we see any revenue from them. How do we cover that first year?
That's the question.
So I mean, I think why would we do, this is just a question back, why would we do something differently? That's kind of always the case with developments, and it was with FCON Ravello, right? Or they used, before they got paid, we didn't increase levies because again, remember, we're going to, if we stop expiring one of the levies, then we end up charging
I think what
everything.
he's saying is technically, where's the money? If we don't start generating tax revenue for that
No, I
purpose for a year and a half.
Right.
But I mean, that could be said of any development anywhere.
Correct, I
Don't-
agree.
That's what I'm saying, like, why would this be different? We're talking about 20.
No,
But aren't we already generating fire revenue from the homes that have already been there for over a year that, that'll start kicking
Are you
in?
talking about FCON Ravello or are you talking
No,
about?
I'm talking about Elkhorn Ravello.
Yeah, well, they're not, I don't believe
We're
they're
done.
questioning
they're,
that.
they're in the contract.
Right, they're
We're
already in the
Right.
contract.
We're
This is
talking about
purely
the
that
Henderson
new
Road.
development.
This is 40 homes total.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because you have 47 more properties.
so I guess here's the thing,
47
like,
houses.
we know what their ask is. We know what they're saying. We need to understand what our data,
Tells
is it
us.
40?
22 and 25.
Oh,
Wait.
between the two, that's two
Between the
separate,
two, it's
two
20
separate fire
there's
departments.
25 on Henderson.
We're talking about Henderson.
Right,
Right now.
it's 20.
Yes, Henderson.
Yeah.
But we know what their ask is.
Mhm.
We are pulling our data together. You're setting a follow-up meeting and we would go from there, right?
Okay.
That's really the
Yeah.
current status.
I'm just trying to think ahead. Maybe I'm not communicating clearly because I don't get it. A very good communicator, I'm told at home. So I guess here's what I
Not in
understand.
the record, Lou.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Luke, remember, you got my back. So, my thing is that those homes won't start generating tax revenue for a while down the road.
Mhm.
And if all of the money that comes from the 4 levies that we currently have covers everybody, it all goes to Upper Arlington, Worthington. Don't we need revenue to cover service for the 25 homes before we see the generation?
So, and my
I just-
response was, is that if you, regardless of whether we were talking Perry or any other
Yeah.
development, the development gets built before the tax dollars are collected. So this is a standard. If Upper Arlington or Worthington had a new development going on anywhere else, the same thing would be true, that they would begin servicing that area before they would receive the additional tax dollars.
That's on
So,
way bigger
my-
issue than this.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, so my thought is, why would we do anything different? And truthfully, I don't know, I wasn't in the meeting, I don't believe they've asked for that specifically, have
No.
they, for that window?
I guess I'm taking responsibility for this whole question, because my question is, are we gonna cover that initial fund out of the general?
No,
Taxes are in the rear, so they will get their money, but it'll be in the rears.
I mean, they would,
That's what was being,
so if if the doors open, those houses get built January first,
okay,
then next January first, they're gonna start getting paid for it
Right.
theoretically. But
There's 6
they're gonna
months.
start collecting, or I'm sorry, they're gonna start servicing that. That's just
Right.
standard, right? They build a new building somewhere. They start,
Yeah,
Servicing
I
and
think it's
supporting
always in the rear. I mean, we
It's
don't
a
get our
kind of a
money
non-issue.
until, we get ours in the rear.
true,
So
I mean,
we're
they'll still.
we're covering police, we're
Police, so we
servicing
will get
police,
that.
we're,
right,
you
I
know,
mean,
so
we
it's no,
Yeah.
supported up
it's really no
Bella
different.
before we saw
yeah.
tax dollars. It's not,
And that is way more.
I just didn't know how that was covered, and I asked that question because
Yeah,
when I found out that all the money generated by the two levies is spent, then in my mind, I'm thinking, how do we cover this addition until we start getting the money? But you're saying they
It's just-
provide the service until we get the money, then they get caught up.
hypothetically, if they got $300 per house for a period of time, they get $280 per house, or, whatever that math is, because they're servicing and it'd be.
and also understand those houses are, if they're all built at once, yeah, but they come online.
Right,
you know.
people move in at different times. So we don't want to create an issue for ourselves by offering to.
No,
No, we weren't
I'm
on.
just trying to cover in my mind, Michelle, I'm trying to figure out
I got you.
how do we do this if I've never been in this position, so I'm.
Oh, I get the question. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
No, you've answered that question, because I never thought that they would. I mean, I thought like day one, we get a bill from this, but that's not how it works.
No, everything, and everything we collect goes to them. So it's.
Okay. And that's really all they asked for. They said, we just want to make sure that we get 100% of what's being.
Yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, where else is it gonna go?
No, I mean, it's
It
a
isn't like
fire
we have
levy.
a
It's
pot of money
earmarked
somewhere.
specifically for
You know,
fire.
we're gonna, yeah,
Right.
so you're providing the service
Split up based
100%
off
for
of
that
who
area.
is
You're gonna get
providing it, Worthington or Upper Arlington,
Right.
and they get it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, obviously they have reciprocal arrangements like with Columbus. It's not like we then write a check to Columbus for that. It's part of.
But there was something about FCON and Ravello. There's some kind of 80-20 split. And I don't remember that. I do remember,
Specific to fire?
yes, I do remember Worthington providing for 4 months service, because we had not negotiated the contract yet.
Right.
And Zambito
But that
said, yes, I'll cover it, but I'm not gonna cover it for long because of my
Right.
response rate, or time.
Which was
So-
very kind of them to do that.
Which was very
because
kind of them to
Nothing
do
got
it.
adjusted in
Um,
terms of,
And then, to Mr. Roper's point, Steve Joni told me, he said, well, it's gonna be astronomical. And I said, well, let's let the data just tell us what astronomical is. And he said, well, yeah, everything's driven by data. I said, well, that's fine. In a year, let's talk about it. And it was no more than really any other area. I mean, there was not big blips of service runs there, so.
Well, our revenue's gonna go up a little bit once we collect those taxes and they're gonna get it.
right.
Mhm.
So
It's, I mean, it,
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I was asking something that wasn't straight in my mind,
I'm sorry. No, I wasn't trying to not answer, but I mean, Steve, you did provide the
Over-communicate.
data, so
Over community.
thank you.
Oh,
I just have to actually,
Just so you know, I included Henderson Heights too, because
Perfect.
Henderson Heights is part of Arlington's area too.
Right,
yes,
So I
Thank
included
you.
everything they cover.
that's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
okay.
Okay, please.
Nothing.
Wow. Administrator, I'm moving on before it. Comes in.
Just looking for an update on our Ravello Epcon TIF appointment to the board. Made any progress on who we want to do that with? We need people from the schools.
I'm sorry,
We
I
had
wasn't actually
Incentive
listening.
board.
Oh, the TIP board. We need
Can we have a
people,
conversation about this?
Yes.
we had a conversation about Becky. We didn't have any,
Oh.
No, but we have to identify from the schools, which.
You identified the school, the
from tolls,
polls.
yes.
But we still haven't reached out to anybody because I don't know who exactly we're reaching out to and if I'm doing that or if Chet's doing that or.
So we need, and I'm sorry, I've lost the plot on this one. We need a staff person from toll.
There has to be a person from the school district, a
Okay.
person from the
Vocational
vocational school. There has to be somebody from our office and somebody from the state auditor's office, or the
Okay.
county auditor.
Okay,
County auditor.
so we need somebody
was-
from.
I'm sorry, I was gonna do the county auditor. I
You were
know
doing
that.
it, okay.
Okay, I'll call Michael. Find
Okay.
out. But the school district, I know is it Dublin?
Oh, it is, that's right.
Is it Dublin or
Dublin.
Upper Arlington?
No,
it's
well,
Dublin.
you're talking about Ravello and Epcon?
Yes.
That's Dublin.
Yes,
It's
that's it.
Dublin schools,
Dublin schools.
yes.
I can do Dublin school. I can call the superintendent on that. It's on me, I'm sorry.
It's on him. I don't know why I'm staring at me. I did my part.
I'm looking for answers.
I did my,
Wasn't coming. Okay.
Okay.
One more.
Longer than needed, didn't it, Andy?
That's right.
We'll blow through this. Next one, we have
Moving
a
on.
special meeting on 23rd at 5 PM for the Brookside cottages. We had a little discussion about that earlier. It's posted on the website. I'll be doing some door hangers, Rick and I, this week.
23rd at 5 or 6.
23rd is at 6.
Six.
The 24th is at 6.
Why do you think it's
everything's
fine?
at 6.
I thought you just said 5.
No, I said it's 6.
Okay.
Who's
Are you messing with?
This whole thing today. I want to make
Oh,
sure.
he told you earlier it was 5 or what?
No, I thought
Okay.
I just misheard him. I thought he
Okay.
said 5 o'clock now, because I had the 23rd, the 24th at 6 and 6.
Is that what happens when
And a
you?
special meeting on the 26th at 9 AM.
Right.
We
Okay,
get to have 3 meetings that week.
is that okay?
Overwhelming.
Right.
Almost like a full-time
You
job.
have to find pants?
Wow.
I'm gonna put a little skirt for a little.
That was nice.
You like that?
Excellent.
Trying to get it under.
Make sure that's in
Maybe
the
to
record.
road real quick, because I just find the signed agreement that's specific to the 161 piece.
I'm sorry, I want to go back to
The
that.
compass question,
Yes,
that was 9850.
9850.
For the traffic study?
For the part specific to the 161 piece,
Okay.
not the traffic calming.
We'll put it on the next agenda.
Okay.
Comments. Let me back up. How much is the rest of the contract?
Please hold. Go ahead.
Go,
I'll
sorry.
interrupt again.
Okay, just, we still have it out there about vaccinations and blood types. We really didn't come to a conclusion on that. Is that something we want to pursue? We don't want to pursue.
I think it's like I think voluntary
Yeah,
is the
Yeah.
best way to go.
All right, I just want to make sure. I will put something out to the troops.
I don't think you can make somebody put their blood type on the back.
that is $20,265.
3,250.
265.
265.
102.
Okay, under new business, I need a motion from the board to set October 30th, 2025 from 6 PM to 8 PM as our trick or treat time in Perry Township.
Is that Morrissey?
It is more.
Yeah. Are the candy bars gonna be big or small? Just kidding.
We're not.
I'm just kidding.
Even go there.
Didn't we have
Did you see
trick
my
or
phone?
treat on a Friday one time?
Hmm?
We kind of broke protocol and had it on, I mean, if it's on the 31st, have it on the 31st.
But that's football night.
True.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah,
move
that's all it took. Thank you very much.
Set the date on trick or treat,
Safety.
Perry Township,
Yeah, they.
October 30th
Second.
from 6 to 8. Vote yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good thing, because I already told 5 people.
We're gonna move July 4th to, a Friday or something.
Goodness, please don't start this. Then we're gonna start moving it every time it snows or there's rain or whatever and.
All right, I need a motion to declare the items listed on the back of this page. From the police department is obsolete, no longer needed for public use, unfit, for the use acquired or having no value to the township, amount of disposal by auction, donation, dumpster, or destruction.
So moved.
Second,
Vote, yes.
Yes.
Office
we
chair.
actually have had,
I thought it said chief. I was like, oh my God, chief. What'd you say?
we have had.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, I need a motion.
Yeah.
To approve $30,000 for AI training that we're going to be receiving from the state of Ohio. Really not from the state of Ohio, it's from a private company, but all those dollars will be reimbursed to us upon completion of that training. So I need,
So can we get a contract?
we have the contract, it's.
Is it in
And
the
do we
thing?
have,
Like I got.
We have an application.
well, can we see the services that, the application, or the contract, what are they providing? What are we getting? And then what's the process for being reimbursed?
Okay,
So let's back up. I mean, this is through the state of Ohio that we get reimbursed.
Yes.
Through the Tech Cred Fund, whatever that stands for.
Yes.
Probably
Stands
through
for
Ohio
Tech Credit.
Innovation Ohio, but so we probably could get that information.
I'll get it tomorrow.
Well, there's probably
Offline.
something in there that says within what time frame we get paid back and,
You get paid back within 30 days of completion of the class.
okay, so that's
There's that.
part of it. And do we need to have everybody attend or is it?
We
something
have,
that-
I have 15 people, basically our admin and staff type folks. Again, if the training, the reason I want to do this training is number one, there are specific modules for AI. There's one for finance.
Mhm.
There's one for law enforcement. There is one for communications. So it teaches you how to use AI to your advantage. But the bigger issue that I see is that there's an entire block on the ethics of using AI and how that affects your organization. And I think that as readily available as this stuff is right now and people wanting to use it, which I don't think that's a bad thing, but we got to make sure we're doing it properly. When this training opportunity was brought to me, I just thought, hey, at the end of the day, it's free.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I don't want to speak for the board because I don't have a vote, but
Go ahead, Steve.
but I will. I don't think anybody's opposed to it. I think it's a great idea because we've done a lot of AI training within
Yeah,
the workforce.
I agree with you.
I think it's just seeing the terms so that everybody
I
understands.
think we could
what they're
probably get this
signing on.
wrapped. I mean, we could
Yeah.
probably even take this topic
Just
up on the
via email would
26th.
be-
I mean, we're all here.
Yeah.
Talking about budgets anyway, so
That's fine too.
Okay.
let's stick it on that agenda.
Sounds good.
Special meeting notice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you would. Okay.
That's easy.
And that's all I have.
Fiscal officer.
Update on the audit, they are working through our data at this point. So we've been, responding to their questions, the last few days. And I'm not sure what their time frame is for being done. In your packet, or I can't say packet anymore, that's a little aged, right? In the SharePoint folder would be a resolution for amended annual appropriations, that's for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Vote,
Yes.
yes.
And request a motion for approval of payroll and disbursements.
So moved.
Second.
Vote, yes.
Yes.
Oh, and then I will also be sending out, some information with the budget and prep materials for our meeting on the 26th, so. For that via email.
Anything else for the good of the cause?
Well, who's gonna be there on the 26th besides that?
The department heads and
Becky,
whomever from
Becky
admin,
and-
yeah, that's able
Okay.
to. I mean, we've invited them, it's just whether everybody can
Okay.
attend. Personally, John, I think Ruby should come as well.
I do too.
Becky's new puppy.
She said,
Adorable.
that, yeah, he's a biter. He's a puppy. He's a chewer, not a biter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can
I
work
told her
those
to bring
in.
it.
I know.
Yeah.
Apologies, Mr. English.
No, I move to adjourn.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.